The U.S.'s most powerful multi-role utility helicopter is ready for war. It can provide close air and combat assault support, search and rescue casualty evacuation, armed escort reconnaissance, command and control, and special operations support. This aircraft has undergone numerous modifications and enhancements since its introduction in the late 1950s. With its current upgrades, this flagship utility platform of the U.S. Marine Corps makes the UH-1Y Venom more special. A modified variant of the UH-1 Iroquois called the Venom was introduced in 2013. It's also known as the Yankee and Super Huey. The UH-1Y Venom was developed in response to the U.S. Marine Corps' improvement of H-1 helicopters while the government began upgrading combat-tested and well-trained helicopters in 1996. These changes were made by Bell Helicopters. UH-1s have been around since the 1940s, but Venom is an entirely new breed. With the Venom, the UH-1Z Viper assault helicopter was also created. Old versions and upgrades. UH-1N, the UH-1Y Venom's ancestor, the twin Huey, was first flown in the early 1970s. Modern avionics and new propulsion were added to the UH-1's highly successful, adaptable, and reliable airframe. Aftermarket parts play a significant role in their design. This program also produced the UH-1Z Viper, another aircraft that looks much like it. It doesn't matter if these planes are used for various purposes. In terms of assault helicopters, the Viper is clearly superior to the Venom, which excels at transport. Viper and Venom both have their own set of responsibilities. Despite this, about 85% of the parts that need to be swapped out are identical in both machines. Rotor systems, transmissions, tail booms, and avionics systems are only a few of the parts that these helicopters have in common. Until 2009, the first helicopters were manufactured and shipped out in 2008. By 2016, the Marine Corps planned to require 160 of these helicopters. They also decided to remanufacture the UH-1Y helicopters using the earlier UH-1N airframes that have been canceled. Later, it was discovered that the machines were brand new. Transport, escort, air support, and evacuation operations involving men and cargo are among the duties performed by the UH-1Y helicopters deployed to Afghanistan for the first time in 2009. It was in 2010 they went back to Afghanistan for a second time. These helicopters were to be given to Pakistan in 2015, according to reports at the time. Despite its similarities to the previous UH-1 variants, the Venom is powered by General Electric T700 GE401C turboshaft engines. The primary rotor on this helicopter is a composite 4-bladed rotor. New rotor blades can survive a 23mm cannon fire. As a result, the UH-1Y can achieve exceptional performance. It can now carry 125% more payload, is faster, and has a 50% greater range than its predecessor. The digital systems include sights installed on the user's helmet that provide night vision and infrared vision. Among other features, it has an advanced glass cockpit and digital avionics. In addition, a new FLIR has been installed in the target system of the chopper. As a result, you'll be able to see your target any time of day or night regardless of the weather. When this aircraft is fully stocked, it can carry up to 8 men in full battle gear. The flexible design allows for medevac and cargo carrying tasks. Both 12.7mm machine guns and 7.62mm Gatling guns can be mounted on the open doors of the Venom helicopter. The pods can also transport unmanned Hydra 70 and APKWS laser-guided missiles. These weapons are used to undermine the enemy's defenses before a strike is launched. Detachments of 4 to 8 attack helicopters are frequently deployed in cooperation with utility helicopters during combat operations. Military helicopters like the Venom and Viper are being considered for purchase by the Czech Republic, according to Defense Minister Jana Ernokova. Ernokova brought up the topic of more helicopters during her conversation with the U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. The Czech government is concerned that the military's purchase of 12 planes would be insufficient in light of the ongoing crisis in Ukraine. There are all prerequisites to catch up on defense spending as quickly as possible, says the defense minister. There's no word yet on how many more helicopters the country intends to buy. Bell Textron contract. The Czech Republic awarded Bell Textron a $272 million deal in September of 2020 for the procurement of 8 UH-1Y Venom and 4 UH-1Z Viper helicopters. The work is being done in Fort Worth and Amarillo, Texas, and is scheduled to be finished in November of next year. Weapons, spare parts, a training simulator, and pilot training are also included in the transaction. Airlift and medical evacuation, search and rescue, aerial surveillance, close air support, and special operations are all possible. For clients such as the U.S. Marine Corps, the business has procured 349 H-1 helicopters, including 160 UH-1Ys and 189 AH-1Zs. Donations to Ukraine. The Ukrainian government said Sunday that the Czech Republic would send an additional $17.64 million in military help. An estimated $8.2 million will go toward purchasing various firearms and ammunition. Bell Textron has begun manufacturing the Venom utility helicopters that the Czech Republic has ordered. As of 2018, the final UH-1Y helicopter was delivered to the U.S. Marine Corps, marking the end of production for the aircraft. Due to 85% of its components being shared with the AH-1Z Viper attack helicopter, Bell was able to restart the manufacture of the UH-1Y. In the words of Bell, the commonality of the aircraft allowed essential supply lines to stay functional during AH-1Z production for the USMC. According to Bell, the two helicopters share the same engines, integrated mission systems, and dynamic components, apart from the four-bladed rotor system that distinguishes them. The Czech Republic plans to purchase 8 UH-1Y and 4 AH-1Z helicopters, totaling $600 million in 2019. With a total of 160 units, the Marine Corps has purchased the most UH-1Y helicopters from Bell. To meet its 189-unit AH-1Z program of record, the military expects to receive its final AH-1Z aircraft in early 2022. Venom's outstanding features. Huey helicopter design. The H-1's four-bladed, ballistically tolerant main and tail rotors are the most visible external alterations. The rotors can withstand a 23mm round direct strike. Search and rescue and aerial command and control are both performed by the UH-1Y. The blades are folded using a combination of automatic and manual methods. Integrated avionics. The M240D, GAU-16, and GAU-17A machine guns have been selected for the UH-1Y. Northrop Grumman was hired to design the integrated avionics system, which comprises controls, cockpit displays, communications, navigation, a central mission computer, external supplies, and a weapons management system. Other flight control system operating modes available to the pilot include the heading, altitude, speed, and hover hold, hover wave off, and force trim. In wave-off mode, the pilot fires the rockets by squeezing the trigger for single, pair, or salvo firings. For remote set fusing, the helicopter can be outfitted with the 7-tube LAU-68, the 19-tube LAU-61, and with additional software, the 7-tube M261 or 19-tube M260. The helicopter supports all Mk-66 rockets with unitary, airburst, and training warheads. The M240D, GAU-16, and GAU-17A machine guns were chosen for the UH-1Y. When in the forward fixed position, either crew member can fire the 7.62mm GAU-17A aircraft machine gun. The GAU-17A is an air-cooled, multi-barreled, electronically propelled machine that can fire up to 3,000 rounds per minute. The Browning GAU-16A pistol is belt-fed, recoil-actuated, and air-cooled. The rate of fire is between 750 and 850 rounds per minute. The U.S. military has a lot of faith in their helicopter, and their recent modifications make it appear as though it can't be stopped. However, the question remains as to whether or not this will be enough to stop the enemies. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for regular military updates. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching.